Motivation, motivation, motivation. Motivation seems to be the buzzword. Everybody is looking for motivation. Internet is full of motivational videos. There are plethora of motivational speakers. Where are we going wrong? Is it really that required? Today I am here to tell you that motivation is a facade. Yes, motivation is a facade. Why am I calling it a facade? We will decode it step by step. Before that, I want to say you hi. Hi, I am Richa and I'm your clarity coach. So I said motivation is a facade and we need to decode that. And if motivation is a facade, there has to be something that kind of substitutes motivation, something that we should look for. Because what else is motivation but that energy, that drive that we need to keep moving, isn't it? So that's the simplest definition, that drive, that motive that helps us keep moving, keep us doing, etc. etc. Now if you look very closely to this word motivation, you will find something interesting. Motivation has motive inbuilt in it, which means if there is no motive, there is no energy. What are different motives? And we have huge amount of works done by psychologists who have figured out some very interesting motivational theories. There is stick and carrot theory. So you see the motivation, the carrot or the stick, and that can come into different forms. So they figure out what could be carrot for somebody, what could be stick for somebody. So there are theories that talk of power, they talk of money, they talk of people, relationships, etc. What is interesting to notice, if we are looking for motivation and there is a motive which actually is an external thing, not an internal thing. Motive is never internal. Motive is always from the outside. This simply means we are submitting ourselves to the environment. Are we not putting too much of importance to it? Are we not saying that, hey, if that environment doesn't work for me, I am gone? Which means I'm saying that, oh my God, the environment knows how to drive me. The environment has the string of my puppetism, and I move like a remote button. The environment brings certain things, I get motivated, and the environment takes off those things and I am demotivated. What kind of life is that? Is that not what brings misery to us? Some anger, some conflict, some news bursting, motivation goes down. We feel so dead. We feel as if we have no energy, we have no power, we are so powerless. So how long do you want to keep looking for motivation? You can go and listen to as many motivational videos, read as many motivational books, listen to as many motivational people, gather people around you who will motivate you for life all the time. So when you will really be doing your real work? And if you are so dependent on such external things, then I have to say sorry for you. Not a very good idea of living. This kind of life can never bring you joy and happiness and peace. And it will never bring in quality in your work, most importantly, because the external motivation is like this. What happens is, whenever you are in such surroundings, you are listening to such talks, there are chemical reactions in your body because of the stimulus that's coming to you. So stimuli that interacts with your cells, and then there is a message to brain and hormonal secretion happens. These move your motivation up. These move your energy up. They make you feel good. They make you, oh, I can do it. Oh, this is so wonderful. But it just takes max to max 3 days for this motivation to dip down. It drops like this, and you go to a motivational seminar, come out very motivated. There are people who really pep you up, energize you up, and 3 days after, just check what happens. The motivation goes down, drops down, and what you feel is misery is even more higher. Initially, at least you had no hopes of certain external motivation, and now you have those external motivation. So when they are gone, it has gone down, and then we feel even worse. So then how should we look at it? What is the mantra if we do not look at those external motivations, if we do not allow them to make you move? How you should look at it? There are two very important concepts that I'm going to talk about. One is, there has to be something within you which is inspiring enough. So what inspires us? Only that with which we are aligned to. Only that wherein we are adding certain value. Only that wherein we are giving something. Not when we are in the taking mode. There has to be this giving feeling, and when you do that, then this inspiration stays. The second thing which is very important is, you will have to keep faith. Now, faith is something that doesn't hold too good in the dictionary of science, although now people have started talking about gratitude and all those things. Yes, you will have to keep faith that despite the fact that things are not okay in your environment, you will be guided. And whatever is happening is for your own learning process. We all undergo different learning process. And if you can keep this faith, trust me, it is with time that wonders start to happen. So how do we deal with it? That's the next question. How do we deal with it is very simple. Whenever you are highly motivated and you want to take certain decision, hold. Don't take any decision. Just see how the energy stays. When the motivation goes off, if you still feel connected to what you decided, then you can go. When I was doing management education, my marketing faculty once said, you must learn to defer decisions which can be deferred. Because a lot of decisions are taken in impulse, and it is only after you have executed them you realize, oh my god, what a mistake I did. I wish I would have waited for 2 more days, 4 more days. And I'm sure you will agree to this. Somewhere you also had this experience wherein you said, okay, I should have waited for 2 more days. But in those moments, because the surge of hormones is so high, we don't even realize that we are actually taking decisions in impulse. And that is why, stop. Don't take decision is the mantra. You need to hold yourself, and you need to check with time, is it fading away, or is it keeping its energy, it's keeping its momentum, it's keeping its that drive. If that drive stays, then you know that you are on the right path. Otherwise, keep looking, and I always say this, don't settle. Another thing that helps a lot in deciding this is being realistic, to be able to differentiate opinions and facts. And I have a dedicated video on that. Do watch that for more clarity on fact and opinion and being realistic. I hope you are not going to fall prey to those motivational theories and motivational stuff all out there. And you will find that drive, that fire, that energy within that keeps you going. And I'm once again saying, if you really feel that you can add value, and you're really not looking at 30th of the month wherein that amount is coming to your bank account, you will always feel that energy. You will always have that energy. But if things like 30th of the month inspires you, motivates you, then there is definitely a problem. So get aligned, because it's life, and it's not just 1 day, 2 day, few hours. Good span of time, and life is to be lived joyfully, not with misery. Quality of life is what we must look at. Ask this question to yourself: what quality of life you can have if you are always being pulled by the external situations? So stop looking for motivation. I hope this has clarified the cloud along motivation, and you are in a better position to deal with it. If you have really found value, I suggest consider subscribing, and I'm posting videos every week. Do share your thoughts in the comment, how it is landing with you. Is it helping you in any way or not? So see you then. Bye. Take care.